This is a UFO that has fallen to the bottom of the sea. And this is a huge cargo ship that was destroyed by rocks. And here are the 15 weirdest things hidden underwater in GTA 5. And some of these were super hard to find. So if you know more than 5 of them, you are a certified seaman. Number 1. Let's start off small.
That's what she said.
If you go northeast of the map, you will find this destroyed duster that looks to have been sitting here for a while. This is kind of hard to find because it looks like the rocks that surround it. I don't know exactly how it got here, but during the mission, Minor Turbulence, the duster was flown once, but never used again. So is this the same duster used in the mission? Leave your thoughts down in the comments. Number 2. If you travel just left of the duster wreck, you can find this submarine. It looks a little bit damaged, as it is split into 2 parts, and some of the pieces have been broken off and scattered around the area. Maybe this exploded because of a griefer, or maybe someone got tired of Pavel messaging them and kindly asked him to stop. Number 3. Near to the Palomino Highlands, within this natural harbor, you can find this decomposing side-wheel or paddle steamer. This is weird to see, as it kind of looks like my dying grandma. I see why the owners dumped it here. Number 4. There are multiple wrecked tube boats in the ocean. One of them lies southwest off the coast of the military base, the Olifantus, which in Dutch translates to your mother, is painted on the side of this boat. The other 2 tugboats can be found on the northeastern coast of Mount Gordo. They crashed because they couldn't handle the waves that were made by my aunt diving into the water. Number 5. If you go to the lower right of the map, you could stumble across this enormous container ship with the words, "Safety First," written in large letters. The ship is split in half, and its containers are scattered around the crash site. Clearly they didn't take their own advice seriously enough. Number 6. Just east off the Humane Labs, there are these demolished military vehicles. There are vehicles like tanks, trucks, and even my future buried down here. Because of how close all of the debris is, it was most likely purposely dumped. Kind of like how my ex dumped me. Number 7. In the same mission, Minor Turbulence, Trevor steals a cargo plane, but crashes it into the LMOC. If you look in the LMOC, you can find the remains of the crash and my last relationship. Another wrecked cargo plane can be found off the western coast of the base. The plane's crash could have happened due to problems during takeoff from the base, because the wreck aligns with the base's runway. Number 8. By going just south of the Elysian Island, in the port of Los Santos, you will find this large wrecked tanker ship, and this container bed can be found near to the tanker. Number 9. There are 9 bodies scattered throughout GTA that are buried underwater. 8 of the 9 people can be found north of Palatu Bay, and were the victims of the Infinity Killer, which I have talked about in another video. Link is in the description. Their bodies are wrapped in cloth and sprinkled around the sea. This lady was a victim of Fred the Maniac, which I have also done a video on. Link is also in the description if you are curious. She can be found tied down to cement, permanently stuck to the ocean floor. Number 10. There is a plane wreck that can be found just right of the port. It is completely blank, and doesn't have a livery like most planes do. Its body is torn and broken in several places. Like my dad. The seaweed and coral that are growing around it makes it look to have been wrecked for a while. Weirdly, the cockpit window has bullet holes, so maybe a hijacking was the cause of the crash. Number 11. This strange sunken submersible looks like a larger version of the submersible, and even has an open hatch. You can find this just southwest of the Pacific Bluffs. It goes deep into the ocean and is surprisingly big.
That's what she said.
Number 12. This is a hatch just left of the map that something lives in. If you swim directly above it, you can hear this tapping. The tapping can be decoded into a message in Morse code, saying. Number 13. You can find another plane wreck. It has an older Plius livery from GTA 4. The plane seems to have crashed recently, because it isn't corroded and doesn't have much coral or seaweed on it. It's strange, but not as strange as this next one. Number 14. You can find this UFO by traveling to the very tip of the map, just north of Procopio Beach. It looks to have crash-landed into the ocean and slowly descended to the seabed. There is seaweed that has fallen on the top of it, so maybe it has been here for some time. but could have caused it to crash land. It was probably distracted by your beauty, and did not notice the water. Number 15. And finally, the Kraken. There is a theory that says that the reason why you can't travel to depths of the abyss, deeper than 146 meters down, is because this mythical creature, the Kraken, lives there, and crushes players and submarines if they go down further than that. There are also remains that can be found off the west coast of Los Santos. This could be an Easter egg about the Kraken. If I have missed anything, or if you have any mysteries that you want me to cover, please comment them below. Thanks for watching, and I'll smell you later.